if a journalism student actually had an ultimate goal to be on 442, what kind of what should they try and do to get where you are today?
The risk of being an old fart, I think it's in some ways a lot easier these days. I spent a long time trying to get my name in print in 442 because there wasn't a website then. Now we accept lots of unsolicited stuff and we'll run it. We can't pay for it because there's not much money in it, but we'll run it and it will go on people's CVs, you know, and the best writers will quickly get picked up. I've had, in 2 years, I think about 3 people get jobs around the industry just by giving them references. Not just by giving them references, obviously, but there is a massive work to do now that requires a lot more organised and disciplined help, work experience, placements, working remotely, working from home. This can all be done now with online presences.
So there is an opportunity to basically, if you've got some potential, to get your name known and to possibly pick up work which is maybe unpaid at first, but potentially could lead on to a job.
Yeah, definitely. And because, as I say, there's so much work. It's like the internet has got to be filled up with football news and football opinions, and there's a lot of noise out there. Luckily, we've got a brand that is respected, and people will come to us and read with a high expectation, which is a challenge, but that's what journalism's about. Should
they go for a degree in sports journalism, or is that unnecessary?
I wouldn't. I would go for a wider journalism degree, just because then you're more footloose. You can move about. I don't know. There will always be sports journalism, I suppose, but I wouldn't want to tie myself down to it, even though I'm a football fan and I'm really happy where I am. Wouldn't want to tie myself down to it because I may want to move on to something else. I've covered everything from architecture to Arsenal. Who knows where I'll go next?
How does it split in terms of staff writers and freelancers? Are the majority of the writers freelance?
On 442, the vast majority of stuff is freelance because the people are in the field. You know, we can't. Even with the largest expense account, we couldn't send a staff writer to Buenos Aires to try and chase Diego Maradona for a week. But if people are already over there, and it's a lot easier these days to send copy back and to send pictures back and to send videos, but it's all a lot easier than it used to be. But it is on 442. It's almost all freelance. There are staff writers on the magazine and the website.
So I guess if you're a young journalist and you like football and you've got some knowledge of it, you've got to be pretty proactive, pitching ideas to a magazine such as 442.
Yeah, it's all about the pitching. It's producing a concise pitch. I mean, not just for 442, but particularly for 442, because we do get a lot of ideas pitched at us. Producing a concise and precise pitch, about 2, maybe 3 paragraphs long, explaining what the idea is, how you'll expand on it, who you'll interview, what kind of length it could be, and what kind of angle it could take. Because it could be that somebody likes the idea, but you're pitching it as a jokey thing, and he might think it's deadly serious. So be flexible in your pitch, but also give ideas. Basically, look for reasons to be hired.
And some links about the work you've done, or some bit of CV?
Yeah, but that would be at the bottom. I wouldn't necessarily go mad with attaching lots of heavy things because people won't have time to read them. It's better to have a link. I mean, it's easy to set up a WordPress blog now, or if you've got video stuff, set up a YouTube channel. You can link out to that stuff, and you can link out from your application, your commission.
So you can make it evident what you're doing, because you've got your Facebook. Presumably you might have a blog. You might be running a fanzine, perhaps online these days. All those things are there with links, so that any editor, any commissioner can check them out.
Yeah.